Now, unfortunately, to start this video, we've got some very sad news in regards to one of the Gospel Oak players, Andre, someone who you will have seen on the channel many times in many different matches. Unfortunately, on the 21st of May, an accident occurred and Andre, a beloved player for Gospel Oak, suffered a terrible head injury which has left him hospitalised for the last few weeks. Andre has undergone a series of treatments and is recovering slowly. The accident occurred whilst in Cyprus on holiday, and the good news is that Andre's family had insurance to cover the costs of the hospital treatment. However, the insurance doesn't cover the cost of bringing him back to the UK in the way his medical condition needs. Andre's family have set up a GoFundMe to raise money to bring Andre back to the UK, and we've linked this in the description of the video. Please donate if you can. On the page there is a more detailed description of what happened and what Andre, his friends and family have all been through. Now, as said on other social media platforms before, Andre, you're an absolute inspiration to us all, and we can't wait to welcome you back with open arms, man. Now, the last game went well. We defeated United House 5-2 after losing the week prior in the Roger Jones Challenge Cup against Trent Park. There was a nice few goals in there, so if you haven't already, go and watch it. This week we went up against Whetstone Wanderers in the quarter-final of the Middlesex County Cup, where we're looking to get to the final of the County Cup for the first time in our County Cup run. Now, before the game was pretty far out, so we had a few stragglers coming along late. People waiting by the bus stop, the bus was not moving, it was not ideal. Even Mons was late, and I don't think Monzi has ever been late for a game. Apparently the wheels on the Mons do not go around. Anyway, that's why you probably won't see everyone in the warm-up. Once everyone arrived, this is how we lined up, but before we get into the game, I've got something to say. In the last 28 days, 90% of you have watched our videos and not clicked subscribe. I'll say it again for the people in the back, 90%. Now, after creeping half the audience out of that weird 90%, please do hit that subscribe button, it really helps us out. As well as that, if you don't mind, leave a like and hit that notification bell. Also, comment. I'll get you guys to answer this question. Will I lose my hairline before the age of 30? Yeah, so answer that question if you please. Kane, I know you're already commenting. Anyway, enough of boring you. Let's see how the prep was going before the game.
Where's the rest of your team?
Boys, today is so important, yeah, that we start fast. I know everyone's been a little bit late and there's been a lot of things, but we still have to be focused. So boys, make sure, yeah, get around, boys, get around. So make sure, boys, we're alert today, yeah? From minute 1, we have to be in there. Remember our game, boys, it's possession football as always. You've got to get the ball down on the floor. I know the pitch is fucking shit, but it's not an excuse, we have to just keep going. So now that we know the pitch is shit, we have to battle hard, bro. You understand?
Real quick, on the centre mid, when the ball comes in, it's something that the last 2 weeks we've been poor at. When the ball comes in over the top into the centre backs and their striker's trying to pin him, you know, with this back to goal. Centre mid, that's a trigger to turn around and go take the ball off of his feet, yeah? Exactly. All right, make sure to do it.
Yeah, listen, Nathan Shaw. Where is he? Yeah, listen. Combined play today, bro. Make sure you're taking them early shots as well. Runs in behind. You've got to be active in there. If the ball's not coming to you, don't be afraid to drop deep.
Boys, today on this pitch, yeah, don't be fucking stupid. Just concentrate on the ball. It's a bobbly fucking pitch, and you're going to lose it if you try and do too much. Just be simple today, alright?
And what we like to play our football, you've got to draw contact here. Because it's going to be, someone's going to be on you, you're not going to have time to take the touch into play, so make sure, draw the contact, create some space for yourself. You have to be really strong today, go through your man.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Come on, boys.
Alright, come on, boys, let's win this, let's win this.
Come on!
Whetstone, get the game underway.
Straight away!
Jack.
Now the ball is hoofed up by Whetstone here up the pitch. They try to control it down, they don't. Falls to another Whetstone player here, and Dennis fouls him. Now, Whetstone with a free kick. What can they do with it? They whip it in. They can't find the Whetstone head. It falls out to number 14 here. He looks out wide. He finds his man. The Whetstone player here takes a touch, looks across it in. He finds his man. I clear it. It falls to their midfielder here. When someone hits a ball as sweet as that, sometimes you just got to say fair dues. So fair dues. Anyway, the Whetstone number 10 wins it off Jack Lerner. He's driving forward. Can he create another chance? He gets unlucky. Now the right back for the Whetstone Wanderers, why did I say the Whetstone Wanderers? I'm making them sound like a Pro Evolution soccer team. Anyway, he finds number 10 for Whetstone, but the number 10 could only find Nathan Shaw. Nathan Shaw plays a ball through to Jed. Jed hits it first time, the keeper parries it, it falls back out to Max. Max back heels it to Brody. Brody shoots, it's blocked. Now the good thing is, before the game we were doing extra training, and Jed especially was working on his volleys. It's clear to see. Now saying the game was a very big mud bath is probably an understatement. Anyway, Jed wins a free kick here.
No way!
Now I love this shot. Jed's clearly worried about the mud on the shorts and worried what kind of Purcell we're going to use later. He's a man of the people, Jed. He really is. Anyway, he looks to whip in this free kick. He does. It's a great ball. Keeper gets a hand on it and Whetstone eventually clear.
Hey boys, drop!
Now if you ever wanted to see what the Barnet Sunday League Edison looks like, look at this clip. Now fair play to the Whetstone keeper, that was pretty silky smooth, I couldn't not put that in. Anyway, Whetstone break from Gospel Oak throw-in and there's calls for a penalty here. It's not given, but the Whetstone player gets his foot to it still and it falls back out to their winger. Their winger beats me for pace, looks to cross it, but only hits the side netting. Whetstone on the front foot now. They look to shoot, but it's blocked by Ness. It falls back out to the Whetstone midfielder and he plays a great pass out wide. Their winger here looks to cross it, crosses it well. It falls their player on the right, but he shanks it.
I told you, yeah, he's fighting.
Now after loads of Whetstone pressure, Gospel had to get back in the game and we were looking to do so with Jed out wide. Jed plays it inside to Mons. Mons, a great first time ball to Dennis. Dennis takes a touch, cuts it back. It falls to Max. It's a great block, but it falls back out to Mons. Mons hits it, and it's over. Now that was a good chance for Gospel as Max throws the ball in. The Whetstone player clears it and it falls to Davos! Now it's hard to see because it's on the other side of the pitch, but Max eventually gets a block in, wins the ball and then wins the corner. Monzi with the corner.
Let's go boys, come on! Great finish.
Come on, Nate, come on.
Now that was just before half time and it was a great time to score, but Whetstone won a free kick soon after and they whip it in. It falls their player here, he touches it down and I clear it off the line.
Boys, this is absolutely there for the taking. Absolutely there.
You looking distressed, bro.
Me? Holiday.
Listen up.
Holiday, look at the weather, man. I'm enjoying myself.
We're playing really
No
well.
stress.
A little bit slow, but we've gotten into the game now and we've got our rhythm now. So boys, we have to press ahead now. I think what's really that we need to improve here, up when we get further forward in the final third, boys, it's really just the final pass we just have to get right. The final pass, boys, when we get there on the byline, we've got to get the ball right. I know the pitch is fucking shit, but we have to get that last ball right. That's literally what it is. Also for corners, boys, you saw Nathan just put in a goal. Battle in there. Any 50-50 pinball in there, have it. And also when we get like just outside the box, more shots, boys. Bro, Mons, all of you, the wingers as well. Gotta have more shots in there. Boys, just be careful, yeah? You just almost conceded a silly goal. Yeah. Luckily for Jackson.
Like George said, the final pass again, it doesn't have to be forced, and I don't think we've been doing that. But even in midfield as well, just hit the wide man. We'll give it straight back to you. Those quick bounces are working. We tell each other, bounce, trust each other on the ball. Nothing silly, obviously, but it shouldn't be any more than 3 touch on a pitch like this. And we really shift them when we do it. If we hit the wide man and we just bounce a little triangle, they are all over the shop. So fucking just fight, and we win. We win, genuinely. Take the game by your neck. Superb. Deserve that goal. Absolutely. Deserve that.
Listen,
keep going.
Boys, one more thing as well. Listen, this game I'm anticipating is going to get rough. Do not
Don't talk
get
to
into it with them. Just don't. Forget it. Dennis, if they try you, just forget it.
Yeah. In his head.
Remember, we're here to play football, boys. We're not here to fight them. So remember that.
And if they dive in, we'll take the free kicks. If you feel something in the back, you take it. The ref's giving it. We'll take it. Hold the ball, unless obviously the overlap is on as well. Hold the ball, go over it, pick it up, take it, be smart, and we beat this lot.
Now to start the second half, the local sniper made an appearance again. Whetstone's version of Edison plays it long here. He finds a Whetstone player out wide here. He takes a touch and Ness eventually clears it out for a throw-in. Whetstone Look to throw it long from the throw-in. They do. Jack Lerner looks to head it clear. He falls to another Whetstone player and... Now, 2-1 down in the second half, not ideal, and I don't think this tackle is ideal either. Got the ball, ref. Now, Whetstone pushing for a third in the gospel half. Number 17 slows the ball down and eventually plays it forward to their striker. The striker takes touch, cuts in, plays it out wide. Their winger shoots. Now, in this part of the second half, it did feel like Whetstone had gained the upper hand, but Jed here was fighting, battling on this muddy field. He looks to beat the fullback and wins the corner. Jed, from the corner, looks to whip it in. He does. He eventually finds Shadrach, and it's just wide. Now Ness does really well to cover the ball here, but the Whetstone striker applies the pressure and Ness slips in the mud. The Whetstone striker eventually wins it, gets a foot on it, but Davos is there to clear it off the line. Now, what's Sunday League without a bit of WWE? Now, what's Sunday League without thinking the centre-backs of football? Now, towards the end of the second half, Whetstone were really hard to break down. They were sitting deep, hitting us on the counter, and you can see here how dangerous they were at it. They play it through to number 17. Number 17 shoots and hits the post. Now, with these last few kicks of the game, it marked the end of the game. A big shout out to Whetstone and all the best in the next round. Our adventure in the County Cup was not meant to be. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe, like, hit that notification. With that all being said, much love and don't be a stranger. I could come away from this and be really upset about how we played, but you really didn't play bad. I thought you played very, very well. You battled. They're a very well set up team. They are so hard to break down. And you did so well keeping calm and moving the ball around. On another day where that ball just is a bit too far in front of Jed, you score, it's equal. It's unlucky. It really is unlucky. I want to come away from here proud. We always say, like, when we win we can do better, and when we lose, if we're shit, we always address it badly. I have no problems with the way you played today. You're absolutely brilliant from start to finish. Next year we're still in the cup, we're still in the league. We will battle no matter to the end of the season. Be proud of that performance still. I thought Davos, your centre backs, Ness, Davos. It's
brilliant today.
It's literally a very, very scrappy goal. From the header goes one way, it hits a knee, it hits a thigh, it hits something, and then it just fell to them. What was their first goal as well? It was a wonder strike. And then Nathan, you did brilliant for your goal. Boys, be proud of that performance. Win or lose, if you play and you commit yourselves like that, be absolutely proud of that performance. Yes, I'm gutted as much as you are, but you battled, you fought. It's a long journey here. Be proud of that, man. At the end, you are absolutely brilliant. All right. If there's a way to lose, that's the way to lose it. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas there'll be tough days like this.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on. There'll be tough days like this, yeah, that we won't get our way. I thought we played well for the majority of the game. Small mistakes, it's like Jack said, it's a small detail that unfortunately, cost us the game. Yeah. But I thought we played well for large parts of the game. And we were unlucky. Today. But performance-wise, I thought we were a lot better, a lot more energised. And boys, we just have to keep committed. We have to keep going. There'll be days like this, but we will also have good days too. So we just have to keep going. Be proud of yourselves.
At a minimum, boys, the least we can do is have a good work ethic. And today we worked hard, so it's something we can build on. None of us want to lose. None of us want to get kicked out of cups. But if we keep working for each other like we did today, things will fall into place. Trust me. So keep your heads up. Training. We go again next week. We go again. We carry on playing football and winning games. That's all we can do, boys.
We're a new club, boys. We're new to these new to cup competitions. We're new to the league. To do what we did last year was a dream, and I still think about it, how great it was. You're gonna have tough moments on Saturdays and Sundays, but the togetherness today was really, really nice to see. They were going to me like, Jesus fucking hell. One of them even asked on the sideline, like, is it straight to penalties? Is it straight to penalties? You were worrying them. You were really, really worrying them. So boys, be proud of that. It may be a bit of second season syndrome where we're moving, new players are coming in, new players are coming out. Be proud of that. That is the way if you're going to lose.
I thought there was 60 really good minutes in there.
Yeah.
equally, you do have to also take it, you know, with
5
what it
minutes,
is.
5
We,
minutes.
you know, well, even though we dropped off for a bit, 60 minutes is good, but like, again, like how many shots did we create on goal? You know, I thought we moved the ball really well this week, and that's a result of 15, 16 of us being at training on Wednesday. So come again. And honestly, like, you can, not to be negative, but while you can say like, yeah, we've shifted the ball really well and there was a togetherness about it, we have to bring that to the league. Ultimately, like, there were certain players that did really fucking well and took it by the scruff of the neck. When Nathan, you were superb today, centre back superb, Dennis superb today. I thought there were a lot of individual really good performances, but that's be every single one of us every week. Because realistically, we've lost 2 games to 2 teams in a league below us, and that's, you know, if that's saying something, I don't think it should be saying something. I think we're good enough to be in this league, good enough to be challenging for this league, but equally you have to address those negatives. Otherwise, come next week, we do that 60 minutes for 90 minutes. Everyone has a blind there. That's how it should be. That's what we did last season. I don't know about you, but like 6 minutes out of a game last season, if we were 2-1 down, I genuinely thought we were still going to win it. Always. Seems like people have lost that little bit of belief, so just get it back. Come training Wednesday, get it back. We know we're good enough. If we can play football like that on this pitch, I mean, like we would have done those on 4G, or would have, could have, whatnot, but come on. Let's go, let's go. Heads up.
Heads up, boys, heads up. Well played.
What's it? Yeah, look, the manager, he's not the manager now. Do you know why? Because the customer's always right.
I am the manager right now, you bastard.
Undo a button, loosen up, Jack, loosen up.